every season she's getting more and more of a handle on her power. Is that going to continue in season 6, or will I learn more about her and what being a banshee means for her?
I mean, you definitely had learned about her personal family history with being a banshee, and this season we put a lot of time periods, and so there's perhaps a banshee connection to one of them, and how much does that have to do with Lydia or not is the question. Yeah. So you do. There are. I wouldn't say we delve deep into it because there's definitely a more central issue at hand in Beacon Hills. And however a banshee can help, she definitely utilizes that power. But I would say there's one amazing episode that deals with just the Irish folklore in itself, and it makes you understand more of the folklore versus just Lydia's family.
What do you know about Lydia and Leah having scenes together and relationship?
Shelley and I have a ton of scenes this season. The dynamic between us is a lot of fun, between Lydia's intelligence and Malia's interpretation of how the world works. So seeing that the awkward banter is I thought was at least fun to act, and I also think just the kinds of mysteries we're solving this season of Beacon Hills, we need that physicality of Malia and the supernatural power of Lydia. So it's also needed as well.
So some of us have noticed that Lydia and Deputy Parrish have incredible chemistry. Any chance of a romance?
It's just me, guys. No. No. Yeah. So you're talking about for Styles or for Parrish?
Well, we noticed Parrish and Lydia have great chemistry.
Very sweet. So I've known Ryan for 9 years. 9 years. I've lived here for 10 and I've known him for 9. So I've known Hecklin not long too.
So is there a chance of
I can't tell you those things. That's like the most kept secret. Lydia definitely has a connection to someone in season 6. Yeah.
Does she have many scenes with?
Stay tuned. We both have really interesting roles in season 6. Yeah.
So what can you tell us?
I know, these are terrible answers. I would say, I could say this because Jeff said this, that Scott is single this season. So if you're dealing with any sort of relationship, you can look to Lydia and ... somebody else. Yeah.
So last season was really hard on Lydia because it was Eichen House. Is it any easier?
It is. The physicality for me this season was easier. It definitely was. I think I break out of my insane asylum and I'm able to come back down to earth a little bit. Unfortunately, that means me wearing more heels. And I'm more part of the pack solving the central issue, which is a pretty massive issue. It's if you can believe it, it's the biggest problem we've had on Teen Wolf yet. I know that's saying a lot and promising a lot, and I can promise you that delivers. It is actually the biggest problem we've had in Beacon Hills in the series for the first part of season 6 at least. Yeah.
Has Lydia changed any since she's learned more about controlling her powers?
Yeah, I feel like Lydia, as far as the scenes that were written this season, I feel like they've taken on a lot more of a mature role, and there's definitely that little bit of a bickering, between Styles and Malia, but ultimately it's about getting the job done, and I think she's the most pragmatic she's ever been, and doesn't let personal feelings come into play. So I think that she's the most mature she's ever been on the show. Anything else?
Well, what can you tell us about Lydia's style?
That's a question for Jeff Davis when he comes around. What can you tell us about Lydia's style? That's his question. But I think that the Stydia fans will be at least entertained, to say the least. Yeah.
So I asked this before to someone else.
Yeah.
If you could write an episode, what would you have your character do?
Gosh, that's a good one. I want to say it was the 8th episode. It was this episode written by our writer Angela Harvey. She wrote a fantastic episode for Lydia's situation, at least. It was fantastic. It was one of my favorite episodes that Lydia got to go through. And it was a lot of days on set for me, but it was really fun. So yeah, I would say my perfect episode has been written. It's 608. I think it's 608. gonna kill me. It's either 606 or 608, but it's the episode that Angela Harvey wrote. Yeah, it deals with a different time period. Yeah.
When you think of all the supernatural creatures that you've dealt with on the show, what is your favorite one? Is it one that you've already dealt with, or one that we're going to be dealing with in the new season?
This season 6A is very similar to season 3A, and those are my favorite kind of villains, where it's more mental, and there's not a lot of effects. There's not even a lot of physicality. It's just two people in a room, and the Go game, the Japanese Go was my favorite idea of messing with someone's mind. I mean, like Silence of the Lambs is my kind of thing. So I like that the villains this season, although there is a lot of action involved, it's how it really gets to you, how they whittle you down. It's more mental, and that's why I really like this season, because it reminds me of 3A. Which is so to answer your question, it's coming up, and it was in 3A. yeah.
Are we going to get more fighting scenes for Lydia? Because she's been training with Pam.
I don't have a ton of fighting this season. That's one thing I can tell you. No, I don't. I think it was a matter of getting out of Aiken, and a lot of it was. I felt like I was fighting most of the season because we shot this one breakout in so many different lights of flash forwards and flashbacks. So I would say not a lot of fighting for Lydia. A lot of fighting, but not for Lydia. Yeah, there's also it's a dual villain situation going on. I realize that I've only been talking about one of them, but the other one is very physical. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out your shirt. You can.
Oh yes, if you guys would like to know this, you can pee next to me. It's a shirtwithemways.com/equality, supporting equality for the bathroom bill in North Carolina, and it's a great shirt. It's for sale, and we're just raising awareness about it.